Hi, my name is Annie Rains, and I'm demoing some Hohner harmonicas today. They sent me a bunch of different kinds to try out, and we're going to start from the least expensive and work our way up. This is called the Hohner Old Standby. It's made in China, and it has little anchors on it. This relates to its nautical history. And it's got a plastic comb, and it's fairly lightweight too. And I'll just play a little pentatonic scale on it. Here we go. So it's a pretty good harp for just simply working on playing scales and playing simple things. I'll try some bends on it too. Overall, I'd say it's a good beginner harp, a very solid beginner harp. When you start getting into bends and gradations of bends, you'll want something a little more responsive after that. But it definitely gives you what you need and hardly weighs anything, so it's less wear and tear on the pocket and the pocketbook. This next one is the great little harp, the GLH, also made in China. And these are all new out of the box. I've never played these harmonicas before. I wanted to get them completely unadulterated. They say you're supposed to break in your harmonicas, warm them up a little bit, playing soft chords first and then lightly playing. And I'm just going to tear into them and see what they do. Again, this is a very good student model, beginner harp, or just general all-around carry-in-your-pocket kind of harp. I would probably beware of bringing it on gigs if you wanted to get something really, really pristine out of it, because some of the response is limited. But overall, the harmonica is a little brighter than the old standby, and it has a nice sound. Next up, we have a new model called the Blues Bender. The Hohner Blues Bender has patented acoustic reeds for extra bending capability. And if you turn it right side up, it plays even better. I'm going to get a lot of bends out of this. Wait and see. Again, this has a plastic comb, so it's fairly lightweight. And it does have a little more pop on some of those deeper bends. You can hear them ringing out a little more. The next up is the Special 20. A lot of my students get these for their first harps, and they use them for quite a while. The Special 20 is modeled on the, sort of on the marine band model, but it has a plastic comb. This has a little more solid sound. This is also a German-made harp, as opposed to some of the others I've been playing, which are made in China. Yep, just checking. This has a little bit of a sweeter sound, too, on the chords. So I'll play a couple chords here. So right away, you can hear that when you have a better instrument, you're even more inspired to play. And the Special 20 is definitely an upgrade from some of the earlier harps here. It has a sort of softness to it that I like, and it also is capable of having a really tight sound like some of the higher grade harps and marine bands and things like that. The advantage of the plastic comb, of course, is that it doesn't have wood that can swell up when you're playing. So that's why a lot of my students prefer it. When you're only playing one harp, you want it to last a while and not change shape on you. This is a pro harp. Hohner Pro Harp. It has a black cover, powder coated, and the logo is sort of embossed into it. I don't know if you can see that, but there's sort of a contrast here between the metal plates and the plastic comb and the black cover. So it's a very slick looking harp. So actually, I like the Special 20 a little more than this Pro Harp. I think they've changed the recipe a little bit. The old Pro Harps, I believe, had a metal comb, although I'm not sure of that, but they had a little bit of a tighter, brighter sound than these do. But the Pro Harp is also a very lightweight harmonica, and well, carrying around one harp shouldn't weigh you down too much when you've got 12 or 15 or a few extras. It can make a difference in the size of your backache. This is a Hohner blues harp. It's built on the modular series. I believe that means you can swap out the reed plates and order replacements, but I'm not sure about that. It's a little bigger body than the Marine Band is, and it's got a composite comb, and it's a similar sounding harp to the Marine Band. Just play it for you right now. I started playing blues harps after I wore out my first harmonica, which was a Pocket Pal. The blues harps came in all different keys, and they were a little better quality than the Pocket Pal. They lasted a little longer. The way they're made now, they're reinforced in the back, and you can see that you can't crush them too much, but the old ones didn't have these reinforcing bars, and I used to crunch them down to nothing because I thought that the harder you squeeze the harmonica, the more sound came out. So now you can play as hard as you want, and you can even squeeze the harmonica, and no harm will come to either one of you. This is the Hohner Marine Band. This is the harmonica that I play primarily. I get them out of the box, and I play them, and usually they come out pretty good. It's got a little brighter sound, a little stronger action than the blues harp, and that's what I like about them. They're very responsive. Another thing I like about the Marine Bands is they fight back a little bit. You can't always get the best tone out of them right away, but when you work at it a little, they give you so much more sweetness. So I'll play a little sweet Marine Band harmonica for you. I like these because they're so responsive, and you can get so much more dynamics out of them than the blues harp. So that's one of my favorite things about the Marine Band. And again, it gives you a lot of dynamic range within your volume range. And lastly, but not leastly, the Marine Band Deluxe. This is a fairly new model, and they just started coming out with these a couple of years ago. It's a high-performance Marine Band. There's things I like about them. They have a little more dynamic range, but it's harder to manipulate it just because you have that greater distance you can go. It's a little brighter. It definitely is a little more durable. And all these harmonicas I've taken right out of the box and played them, so that nothing's been done to any of them, including this Marine Band Deluxe. So it's really a roulette game here. Whatever sound I hear is just going to make me play something. This harmonica is tough.